If you want to increase your options and maximize the amount of women that you can get with, you have to focus on these two things. When I started focusing on these two things, that's when I really saw the change that I wanted in my dating life. That's when I really saw that I had an abundance mindset, right? I wasn't in scarcity. I wasn't needy, right? I was confident in my abilities to really get women. And this is when everything changed for me. So these two things are actually what's going to give you the highest ROI. It's going to give you the highest return on your investment, right? The things I'm going to tell you in this video is not going to waste your time, right? It's not going to waste your time and you don't get no results. What I'm going to tell you in this video is going to increase your options, and you're going to be able to maximize the amount of women that you can get with, right? So what is the first thing that you have to focus on? It's a little cliche, but it's true. You have to focus on your looks. You have to become more attractive. You have to become more sexually appealing, because when you work on yourself, right? When you get in shape, when you get a better style, and you get a style that fits you, that goes with your archetype, right? When you get a haircut that makes your face look more attractive, right? You get a nice haircut that accentuates your facial features, you're going to stand out. You have to understand that most guys don't put in the work. Most guys are average. So when you're a guy that is in shape, you know how to dress, you know how to groom yourself, you know how to present yourself in a very attractive way, you're going to automatically stand out, because most men in 2026 are not in shape. Most men don't take this aspect of their life too serious, right? You have to focus on your look. You have to get in shape. You have to get leaner. You have to get in the best shape of your life. You can't be out here out of shape, having a dad bod, right? Having a beer belly, thinking that you're going to be able to attract more hotter women. It's just not true, right? You have to look the part. You have to fit the parts that women are looking for. You have to be that man that is sexually attractive. And when you're that man that is sexually attractive, women are going to have more desire for you. And this works in your favor because it's more raw. It's more primal, right? She gets aroused when she looks at you. You have to focus on your look. When I focused on my look and I really got in shape and I built more muscle and I started dressing well and I started presenting myself in a more attractive way, that is when I had more options. That is when my options really increased, right? Your options are going to automatically increase when you look better. You're going to automatically stand out, right? And you want to find a unique style, right? You want to find clothes that accentuate your physique. Once you get in shape, you want to find clothes that hug you well, right? Not too tight, but tight on the arms, loose at the waist. And it's going to be a lot easier for you to find a good style. When you're in shape, almost any shirt that you put on is going to make you look good, because the clothes don't make you. You make the clothes, right? You're the man that is wearing the clothes and you're in shape. So you're automatically going to look a lot better. You know, there's guys that are out of shape, but they buy designer clothes to make themselves feel better, right? Since they're not in shape, they think the clothes is going to make up for them being out of shape, right? We do not want to be that type of man. we have to get in shape. We have to get in shape, right? You're going to get more women looking at you. You're going to get more women being receptive, right? They're going to be more receptive when you're actually talking to them, right? They're going to have higher interest in you. You have to maximize yourself. You have to become your most attractive version. Go to the gym, get in shape, get leaner, learn how to dress, right? Keep yourself well groomed, right? Find you a haircut that fits with your face, that makes you look more attractive, and you will start getting more options, right? Now, the second thing that you have to focus on is your social skills. The looks get you in the door, but your social skills is what actually allows you to hit the home run. Your social skills is what is going to allow you to seal the deal. Yes, the looks are important, and this is the first thing that you have to focus on. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. If you only look good, but your social skills are ass, you're not gonna be able to seal the deal with a lot of the women that you're talking with. Now, can you still get women? And are your options going to increase as you focus on your looks and as you become more attractive? Of course. And can you get women just focusing on your looks? Of course. But we want to maximize the women that we can get with. So in order to do that, you have to focus on your social skills. Social skills are imperative, right? This is going to not only help you with women, but it's going to help you at work. It's going to help you with your friendships. It's going to help you with your family, right? This is extremely important. Your ability to be attractive, right? To flirt, to be able to tease, to be able to have fun and challenge the women, and be able to hold a conversation and be able to be charismatic and witty, right? This is what's going to take you to the next level, right? This is going to unlock the most amount of women that you'll be able to get with. This is it right here. Your confidence, your social skills, right? Your ability to connect with a woman. This is by far the most important thing that you have to focus on. You have to focus on your social skills, right? When I started focusing on my social skills, that's when I saw that I was able to get with more women. I was able to close the deal, right? Because not only do you look good, right? Not only do you stand out in that regard, but you also stand out with your social skills, right? You're able to make her feel good. You're able to also give her positive emotions and negative emotions. You're not just a nice, boring guy that she's talking to. No, you're fun to be around, right? You're fun to be around. You're challenging. You're playful. You don't take her too seriously. You're a guy that has both. Because the thing is that a lot of guys could look good, right? They can be attractive. They can have a nice physique, right? But what I've noticed is that a lot of guys that are attractive don't work on their social skills. Because when you become attractive, women approach you sometimes, right? A lot of women give you choosing signals. So a lot of attractive men, they don't go and approach. They don't develop their code approaching skills. They just sit back and wait for women to pursue them. But if you want to stand out and if you want to maximize your options, you have to work on your social skills. This is what is going to take you to the next level, right? When you could be attractive and build a connection and be able to calibrate to the women that you're talking to, you're able to display intent and you're socially calibrated, you're going to come off as way more attractive. You're going to be the man that women want, right? You're going to be the man that women want to get with, because you have the two most important things when it comes to getting more women. You have to focus on being more social, right? Wherever you go, if you're out at a park, if you're out at the mall, if you're out with your boys and your friends at a bar, wherever you're at work, right? You want to become social. You want to socialize. You want to practice your social skills. These two things that I'm telling you in this video is going to be your highest ROI when it comes to women. So this is what you have to focus on. Focus on these two things to increase your options. And I promise you, I guarantee you're going to have more options, and you're going to be able to get with more of these women that you're talking to, right? You're going to attract, and you're going to be able to close. So focus on these two things. Spend a lot of time increasing your looks, becoming more attractive, and spend a lot of time being social, talking to people everywhere you go, right? Building friendships, right? Having that ability to build friendships and build relationships. With that being said, if you made it this far into the video, click that like button, and I'll see you in my next video.